Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Kiriakin-Ruli on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Tressel.
Mr. Tressel?
Your Honor, I have had contact with Mr. Tressel as recent as this morning, and I think I did see him logged in at one point in time. If the court could pass this matter, I can try and give him another call and see exactly what's going on.
Well, he's missing his text consistently. At least it appears he's testing shortly thereafter, but he needs to test within the windows. I don't know why he's not here.
I can give him a call right now, Your Honor. I spoke with him this morning. I did see him logged in earlier, and
when you call him, tell him he's got a bench warrant. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear, bound set in the amount of $10,000, cash surety. That warrant will issue. That warrant, I'll give you a few days to get it clear. So I'll give you a day to get it clear. That warrant will issue by the 11th instead of immediately. So I won't issue it till tomorrow so you can get to him. See if you can get this rectified. Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Tania Ware.
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of people.
First Assistant Public Defender Kalina Anderson with on behalf of Ms. Ware. Ms. Ware, please state your name.
Tiana Ware.
And Your Honor, in this matter, we've had a chance to review some videos. I've asked Ms. Blanche to see if there was some additional video showing the beginning of the initial contact with my client. She's agreed to do so. So I would ask for an adjournment of the probable cause conference, and I would ask that the offer remain open until we've had a chance to review that video.
Hello?
Seriously. I don't know who it is. All right.
Hello?
Who is that?
iPhone 5.
You found him?
iPhone 5, yeah.
iPhone 5? I don't know.
Hello?
You know, he knows where the mute button is. I'll adjourn this one to April 7th, 2022, 9 a.m. It's probably one of Anderson's clients.
I'm sorry.
April 7th, Your Honor.
Yes, April 7th. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be in touch, Ms. Ware.
Okay.
Do they always call my name and they don't see me? That's what I'm telling you.
Who is that?
It don't matter who's doing it. I'm just trying to get it over with.
You not understanding.
Now he's interrupting my court. What page do you have him on?
Your Honor, if I may.
The gentleman who has a picture framed in the back. You keep interrupting my proceedings. iPhone 5. What is your name? What is your name, sir?
Jimmy.
Thanks, John. Here's a rewritten version of your transcript, made clearer and more engaging for a 30 to 70-year-old audience. The judge really shows remarkable patience. Not only do they stay calm when people show up late or barely make an effort to explain themselves, but they also keep the courtroom running smoothly, even when things start to feel chaotic. While the lawyers are rushing around trying to locate their clients, the judge stays cool and collected, saying, "I'll give you one more day, but only because I'm in a good mood."
What?
Russell.
He didn't answer. We'll have to get his file back. You need to stay muted and quit talking and interrupting the proceedings. I'll call your case back because right now you have a bench warrant because you didn't answer. So I don't think you want to say anything to me. I'm telling you, I'll get your file back. I'll get your file back.
I'm on the phone trying to do it now. I don't know how to do this that good.
That's apparent. So you may want to try to call or talk to you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Mr. Carey and Mr. Trussell, put him into a breakout room. She can teach him or try to tell him how he needs to conduct himself in my courtroom.
Thank you so
And
much.
that way, I will try to get the file back. And then in that way, he doesn't walk around with a warrant.
I appreciate
Put
that.
him into a breakout room. I was going to call before I took a break your client's case. Oh, he's coming back, I think. Yep, he's out. I need you to unmute. Okay, he unmuted. Mr. Carey. Okay. Court recalls case, People versus Trussell.
Thank you again for that, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Chinazi E. Carey Akinruli on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Trussell. Give us a second, Mr. Trussell.
Jessica Blanche on behalf of People.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Trussell's present.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'll cancel his warrant.
I got you.
All right. So, Mr. Trussell,
Hello?
I'm just gonna, did you want a new date?
No, Your Honor, we're actually ready to set this matter for a preliminary exam. That was
perfect.
our request today. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll set it for a preliminary examination. You want that Zoom or in person?
Mr. Trussell would like a Zoom one.
Okay. Gotta make sure he knows how to work it. I'll set a preliminary examination via Zoom. His bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You're welcome.
You're all set, Mr. Trussell.
Your client should thank you for saving him. All right. Versus Lavelle, Washington.
Nimish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Assistant Public Defender Melissa Kleeman on behalf of Mr. Washington, and he is at one of our best points. It looks like he's muted and trying to figure that out. In the meantime, while he's doing that, though, Mr. Washington does not have a phone number that
Hang on a second.
Okay, he walked away. All right.
I know they had to send in. I'll address that. All right, he's unmuted. Sir, state your name.
Hello, my name is Larzell O'Neill Washington, not Lavelle. And good morning. Afternoon, rather. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can.
Okay, well.
All right, and Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to speak with Mr. Washington. He does not have a phone that works. If we could just get the adjournment. And sir, I would need you to give a call to the public defender's office.
Yes, ma'am.
In this courtroom, it's like watching a live tech show. You've got the elusive unmute button and defendants struggling to figure out if their phones are even working. It's quite the scene. But through it all, the judge stays calm and focused, patiently working through the tech hiccups and spotty Wi-Fi while keeping the case on track. Want me to combine both into a single piece or keep them separate like this?
Mr. Washington, I will adjourn your matter out to March 24th, 2022 at 9 a.m. This bond at this moment will continue. Mr. Washington, I'm going to give you one warning, okay? My staff at this court and the clerks here work very hard to try to serve the public. They work very hard to make sure that everybody that comes in, particularly in the time of this pandemic where people are operating by Zoom, and those that don't know how to use the technology, that they have access to the courts, and they do that.
Okay.
Hold on, because I received a report, and I don't receive it very often, from my clerk's office that you were very rude to them.
Okay.
And that you were, just hold it, and that you were very rude to them. They will help you in any way they possibly can. I do notice that what you have in there helping you is a court security officer, which leads me to the conclusion that the clerks kind of gave up. So I'm going to leave you with this warning before we see you on the 24th.
Right.
That if you show up and you're rude to my clerks again, the person that's helping you now, those security officers, will be taking you into custody.
All right,
I will
excuse me.
not have it.
All right, excuse me.
Am I understood?
Not really, because that's not the truth. I did not get rude with no one, and somebody woke up on the bad side of the bed. The first clerk, young lady, is a beautiful person. The other clerk, young lady, had an attitude. So, you know, realistically, that's not the truth. So I'm not going to admit to something that's not the truth.
Okay, then I've given you my warning.
Okay,
so you want to fight with me? Yeah, that battle you just lose.
You evicted me.
Lee, send those deputies in.
For what? What if you want me to apologize? I'll apologize.
Your Honor, could Miss Kleiman and Mr. Washington have a breakout room?
And if he want,
you want to go in there with them?
Hey,
you better all go in there.
Please, thank you.
Because they're on their way down there now. Put Miss Kleeman, Mr. Washington, and Miss Gaines into a breakout room.
That's what you do.
And Your Honor, could we pass Mr. Wells Cadell, please, while we're in the breakout room?
Yes.
Thank you.
I ain't had no trouble being here. Do what you got to do.
Oh boy, he better. You know what? Mute him because he's going to end up getting himself locked up. No, I don't need to recall Washington. But here's what I'll do. Miss Gaines, you were in the breakout room with Miss Kleeman and your client. I don't need to see him again, but I got deputies waiting out. Can you assure me he's straight as to how he needs to conduct himself?
Yes.
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, on your assurance, I will do that. I think I already gave the new date and everything. So, Lee, if you can let them know, they can please escort him out of my building.
You're good to go, Mr. Washington.
In this courtroom, the judge always handles things with sharp focus and firm authority. You instantly know who's running the show. When Mr. Washington tried to twist the facts about his actions, the judge didn't blink. With a steady tone, they explained the consequences and still gave him one final chance.
Yeah.
Court calls the case. People versus Tanner Guinness.
Rob Dodd on behalf of the people.
If it may please the Honorable Court, Jeff Buhner appearing on behalf of Mr.
Guinness. I was thinking of something else when I said Guinness, apparently. All right. So, all right. All right. What are we doing on this?
You should have a bottle of Guinness in front of you, Your Honor. No, please.
No, not while I'm up here. But I see what you're talking about. I do have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing the 1-year offense. That upon his successful guilty plea to that charge, the felony charge or high court administrative charge would be dismissed. And people are also agreeing to a prosecutor's deferred sentence. That is the entirety of the agreement I have before me.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That's accurate, Judge.
Whose case is that? In 15. All right. Sir, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name, sir, for the record.
It's Tanner Geisness. No relation to the beer.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court cost. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
At some point, okay, you snuck into the game, right?
Yeah, and they pretty much knew immediately that I had snuck in there.
And they tried to do what? And then in what way did you oppose them in some way? I guess that's what I'm trying.
One officer, I believe, tried to grab me. So I tried to run. Then he called in, a bunch more officers. So I'm running through the stadium, and then eventually ran out of the stadium and kind of didn't think that, anything was going to come of it, because I'm sure they just wanted to get me out of there. So, started walking down the street. Then a bike cop came in front of me, and I avoided him. I was definitely not pushing officers, but I was, trying to avoid them to the best of my ability.
Okay. When the one officer, just so that we're clear, when the one officer grabbed you, in some way you had to pull away and then take off.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Defense is satisfied.
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Bond will.
The judge took care of this one like a true professional, straightforward, efficient, and no room for any nonsense. With a simple, raise your hand, state your name, and tell me what happened, the judge quickly cut through Tanner's wild story of running through the stadium. No drama, just the facts. While the defendant might have been trying to dodge the police, the judge wasn't dodging any details. In the end, a clear plea, a dismissed charge, and everything wrapped up neatly. No Guinness, but definitely a refreshing example of how a courtroom should run.